What happens if the moon crashed into the Earth? When a new trailer came out for a new science fiction film called Moonfall, it created a lot of buzz. It showed the moon colliding with Earth. Several shots show a reddish moon hovering very close to the planet and falling apart as it pulls the oceans towards it. The pieces fly into spacecraft and mountains. This isn't the first time a movie has pushed the limits of what's possible in real life. However, just because it is science fiction does not mean it is entirely incorrect. That's why I've come to discuss the hard science at play if the moon ever came dangerously close to the Earth. What if the moon started moving toward Earth all of a sudden, to the point of colliding with our planet? Would the Earth be able to survive? Would there even be a crash? Would Earth's gravity tear up the moon? What would this crumbling moon look like from Earth? Here's what would happen if the moon crashed into Earth. The future will unfold like this. Are you guys ready? The first month. For the first few days, not many changes occur. The moon gets a little bit brighter, which confuses scientists, but the rest of us don't notice anything different. The only thing you can really see the moon do is to make tides. But as the moon gets closer, the high tide keeps getting higher. The ocean tides have risen to 4 meters. Every day high tide comes, waves flood coastal cities, and there doesn't seem to be any way to stop it. The ripples keep rising, flooding another town and more inhabited land daily. The second month. By the end of the second month, the moon has traveled 2/3 of the way to Earth. The world's infrastructure is falling apart as tides rise above 10 meters. Nobody wants to give up on the sea view from their balcony, but with the conditions worsening, it will force up to 1 billion people who live near the coasts to move. Even living far from the shore will not guarantee safety. Rivers flow backward, which causes silt water to get into the surface and groundwater supplies. Even all the refineries near the coast will close. To make things worse, there will be a gas shortage. Countries will be left with the supplies they have on hand. As ports become unworkable, shipping comes to a halt. It will slow the delivery of our items. Still, stuff like food and global communications will be thrown off. Third month. The moon is close enough to interrupt communication and navigation satellites 3 months in. Fourth and fifth month. The tides are quickly rising to about 30 meters and will be 100 meters tall in a few weeks. At low tide, the ocean goes back hundreds of kilometers, leaving the continental shelf like a vast desert. At high tide, however, the walls of water cover farms and skyscrapers. Since the oceans are only about 3 kilometers deep on average, the tides have reached their highest point. These are more like rock tides than water tides. The planet is being squeezed, and the weight of billions or trillions of tons of water moving on and off the tectonic plate puts a lot of pressure on the ground. This starts to cause earthquakes that are getting bigger and stronger. No one knows how destructive these earthquakes might be or where they might happen. But like a toddler bouncing on their bed till it breaks, nothing good can come of it. The 6th and 7th month. The tides appear to freeze in place while the moon is motionless above the Earth. Half of the world has been flooded and the water has supposedly been returned to the sea, as if Earth is holding its breath in preparation for the worst. As the moon sinks further, you might wonder if its gravity would be strong enough to pull you up and end your misery. Things are different on the moon, however. The moon's near side is more heavily influenced by Earth's gravity. So, over the next few months, it begins to change shape, despite being hardly noticeable. 8th to 11th month. Because the moon currently orbits Earth faster than it revolves, there will be an excess of earthquakes and volcanism across the world. Massive amounts of volcanic aerosols rise high into the stratosphere. They are so shiny that they can reflect sunlight back into space. Little light gets through rust red, which is reduced daily by eclipses. The result is a quick cooling of the whole planet, with acid rains and summer snow that kill even the most demanding plants. Civilization's time is up. Billions of people have died. One egg-shaped moon is still getting closer. Prepare yourselves for the final act. 1 year. The moon has finally reached its limit at the end of the year. That is the point at which Earth's gravitational pull on the moon is greater than the moon's own gravity. Things on the moon's surface start falling toward Earth, and by the time they reach a distance of 10,000 kilometers, the whole moon has broken up into dust and made a huge ring system around Earth. With the moon's destruction, Earth's suffering is finally over. When there's no moon, things stop being so bad. The water finally stops flowing off the land. Any people who make it through will be able to see huge arches in the sky that shine in the sunlight and light up the night sky more brightly than any full moon. Meanwhile, moon dust showers fill the sky. It's hard to tell what will happen next, but the peace may not last long. If too much moon dust rains, the friction heats the atmosphere, which could boil the oceans. If that doesn't happen, the vast shadows cast by the rings, along with all the volcanic and meteoric aerosols, block even more sunlight. A period of runaway cooling could start that freezes everything. The majority of the Earth's surface is solid. In any event, humans will emerge at some time, whether from submarines, bunkers, or mountaintops. They will not have an easy time recreating society, and their success is uncertain. But at the very least, they can try with gorgeous rings in the sky. Guys, you're missing out if you haven't subscribed yet. Don't forget to press the like button, stay tuned for more videos, let us know what you think in the comments section below. We will be back with yet another fantastic video for you.